Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to answer one of the most important questions that most of the English learners have in their mind. And you know what is that? Why is my English not fluent? So, in this video, let's understand why is your English not fluent? What are the challenges that you guys are facing? What is it that you're doing wrong that you're not able to improve the fluency of your language? So, before I answer this question, why is your English not fluent? Let me first define the problem of fluency to you. What is this fluency problem? What is this? Okay, let's define this problem. Fluency issue means inability of a person to create sentences in a given language. Okay, the fact that you are not fluent in a language, it means that you are not able to create sentences in that given language. Your brain is not functioning when it comes to creating sentences in that given language, right? And that's where you fumble. And that's where you get confused. Why? Because your brain is actually not working. Your brain is not creating sentences for you. Now, ask yourself one more question. Okay. Why can't you create sentences in English? Okay. Fluency problem means you're not able to create sentences in English. Now, ask yourself, why is it that you cannot create sentences in English? The simple answer to this question is you are not exposed to different sentence structures. The reason why you are not able to create sentences in English, the reason is simple that your brain is not exposed to different sentence structures, my friends. And the fact that your brain is not exposed to different sentence structures, it does not functions when you're supposed to talk in English. Okay, and that's where you get confused, and that's where you fumble, and that's where you have to think so hard. Okay, but thinking is not going to make any sense unless you feed your brain, unless your brain is aware about the different sentence structures. Okay, so the reason you're not able to create sentences in English, the reason is very simple, that you are not exposed to different sentence structures. Your brain is not exposed to different sentence structures. Okay. Now ask yourself, do you have the same issue in your native language? Or you have this issue only and only in English? Now, most of you will say that I can speak in my native language really well. I'm fluent in my native language, but I have this issue only and only in English. Okay. Now, do you know why only English? Do you know why do you face this issue only in English and not in your native language? Well, the reason is very simple. The reason is that your brain is not fed with the standard language structure of English. Yes, friends, standard language structure of English. On the contrary, if you do not have issue in your native language, which means your brain knows, your brain is already fed with the standard language structure of your native language. Okay, and that's why you don't really have to think so hard. When you're talking in your native language, you just, flow fluently, you just flow flawlessly in your native language. But when it comes to English, you haven't fed your brain with the standard language structure of English. You haven't exposed your brain to different sentence structures. That is why you have all the difficulty in creating sentences. That is why your brain is facing difficulty in creating different sentence structures. Yes, so the problem is not feeding the brain with the standard language structure of English, not feeding your brain with the different sentence structures in English. Yes, friends. Now, the only solution to this problem is start feeding. Okay, so your brain is also saying, feed me. Feed your brain. Feed your brain with what? Feed your brain with different sentence structures. And how will you actually expose yourself, induct yourself to different sentence structures only and only by knowing not just grammar, my friends, but very important is your applied aspects of grammar. Only when you know how to apply grammar in your sentences, only when you know how to apply conjunctions correctly, only when you know how to apply pronouns correctly, nouns correctly, adjectives correctly. Okay, so when I say the eight parts of speech, okay, English is made up of eight parts of speech. Okay, but the sad fact is that we only know what are these eight parts of speech. We only know what are the types of these eight parts of speech. We only know what is a noun, what are the types of nouns, what is a tense, what are the types of tense, what is a verb, what are the types of verbs. But just by knowing what is a verb and what are the types, you will never gain fluency in English. So if you really want to change this game, if you really want to make your English fluent, get inducted, get yourself exposed to applied aspects of grammar, learn how to apply grammar in your sentences, and that's where you will know how to create different sentence structures. And the day when you know how to create different sentence structures with the help of these eight parts of speech is the day when you will say goodbye to your fluency problem, because your brain will naturally follow the rules of the standard language structure. Okay, standard language. Yes. Now, if I let me give you an example, lest. Okay, now if I ask you to use lest in your sentence, you will fumble. Okay, you will have fluency issue because you are not exposed to using a sentence which includes lest in it. But now let me give you the knowledge of this sentence structure. Let me tell you how are you supposed to use lest in the sentences. Okay, and let's see whether you have fluency problem or not. Okay, so let me say wake up early. Wake up early tomorrow, lest you should miss the train. Okay, now this is one sentence structure which I am exposing you to, which I'm educating you on. Okay, so wake up early. So, what is it that I'm giving you? I'm giving you a warning. I'm giving you a word of caution, right? I'm giving you a word of caution. Then I have a comma here. And then I include lest. Lest means otherwise. Okay, lest means otherwise. And with lest, the only modal verb that can follow is should. So now I say wake up early tomorrow, lest you should miss the train. Okay, so the only modal verb I can use with lest is should. I cannot say lest you will miss the train. Will is wrong. Will is wrong with lest. With lest, you can have only should. Now, what have I done? What have I done, friends? I have just educated you on how to use lest in your sentences. I have just educated you on creating a sentence structure with lest, on creating a flawless sentence using lest. Okay, now you know this, right? Now, if you know this, if you have understood this, I want you to use lest in your sentences and start commenting. Okay, so if you comment, I know that you have understood how are you supposed to use lest. Now, what I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say with the help of this example, all I'm trying to say is that now, once you know how to use sentence, how to use lest in a sentence, how to use a different sentence structure, your fluency issue will evaporate. Your fluency problem will disappear. Try it for yourself right now, right here. Use lest in your sentence, comment, and let me see. And then also try to use that same sentence in your oral English, in your vocal English, in your colloquials. Okay, so which means using lest will no more be a problem because now you are educated on a sentence structure which involves which includes lest in it, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Just get equipped with applied aspects of grammar. Just equip yourself with different sentence structures. And the day you are aware about the different sentence structures is the day when your fluency problem is going to evaporate. It's going to disappear, friends. It's going to disappear. You can try this right here, right now. Okay. And the biggest proven record is that the fact that you have this issue only in your only in English and not in your native language. Okay, okay, so this is a scientific proof that you have fed your brain with adequate data on your native language, and that is why you can talk well in native language. Okay, but you haven't fed your brain with English, with this different sentence structures of English. Okay, and that is why you have so many fluency issues. That is why you have so many errors in your sentences. So make your brain equipped with the different sentence structures. Make your brain equipped with the standard language structure. And the day when you do that is the day when you're going to say goodbye to your fluency. That's exactly what I'm trying to say with the help of this example list. You can use list in your sentences right from today. You can comment, and you will see there will be no fluency issue when it comes to using less in your sentence. Okay, because now you're educated, now you're aware about a sentence structure which includes less. Now, how will you learn this applied grammar? Okay, I told you the only solution to this problem is learning how to use grammar in your sentences. Only when you use grammar in your sentences, you will be able to create right sentence structures. You will be able to create right sentences. So, how will you learn? Now, most of you will feel YouTubing is the solution. I will watch YouTube videos and I will find the solution. But let me tell you, YouTube is just going to solve your problem to some extent, not to a great extent, because unfortunately the videos on applied aspects of grammar are almost negligible on YouTube channel. There is hardly anything which give inducts you to different sentence structures, which inducts you to different aspects of applied grammar. On the contrary, YouTube is definitely a great source of information, but only unstructured source of information. Okay, in order to learn applied aspect of grammar, in order to learn applied grammar, it is important that you have a structured source of information. Okay, and that's where we come into picture. Okay, that's where the 2E model with Shivangi comes into picture. The 2E model with Shivangi is such a model which focuses only and only on the applied aspects of grammar. Okay, as to how to use grammar in your sentences in different sentence structures. Okay, the 2E model with Shivangi is the only platform which inducts you with the standard language structure of English. Okay, with the standard language structure of English, and once you know the standard language structure of English, okay, that's where you can say goodbye to your fluency problem, because that's where you will feed your brain with the standard language structure. And once your brain is fed with the standard language structure, that's the day when you will hardly have any issues with it when it comes to fluency, right? Okay, so the 2A model with Shivangi, that is employable English blueprint. Employable English is English that can be employed. Okay, English that can be put to use, grammar that can be put to use in different sentences. So if you are really keen to improve your fluency, if you're really keen to feed your brain with the standard language structure, if you're very keen to build your English brain, then I would request you to please check the description box. Meet me in my masterclass. Okay, the link for the masterclass is given in the description. You can register there, you can meet me every weekend. We have our master class. Okay, you will, once you register, you will start getting updates from my end, and I will help you. How are you supposed to build your English brain? How are you supposed to feed your brain with the standard language structure? What is standard language structure of English, and what are the applied aspects of grammar? I will help you with all this, okay, which is going to solve your fluency issue forever, friends, forever. And I mean it. Okay, so why don't we meet in a live class? Why don't we meet, connect over a master class, and let's solve all your problems? So thank you so much. And I feel that I have answered your question. The only problem is, okay, to your English, the only solution to your fluency issue is that get acquainted to your standard language structure, learn the applied aspects of grammar. With the help of the applied aspects of grammar, you will be able to create sentences, flawless sentences. You will be able to create different kind of sentence structures, and that's where you will nail fluency. That's about it. Thank you so much. I hope I've answered your question. For more, you can comment and you can connect with me in the masterclass. Link is given in the description. Let's meet, let's learn together, and let's develop our English quotient together. Thank you so much, friends. Goodbye. Good luck.